Hey everyone, Josh Baldwin here with Vegan Fit. I'm excited to share with you guys my list for the top 13 vegan athletes. Now obviously there are a ton of really talented plant-based athletes out there, but I put this list together to show vegan athletes who are at the top of their sport. So not only are all these vegan athletes competing in these grueling sports, but they're actually thriving, and many of them are at the absolute top of the sport. Let's get right to the list with two of the most impressive athletes and ones that you guys will all know, as Serena and Venus Williams. They went vegan in 2011, and of course they were successful before this, but they've been able to stay at the top of the sport at ages 36 and 37. In fact, they were the top two players in this year's Australian Open, beating out their much younger and non-vegan competitors. Venus, whose battle with an autoimmune disorder led her to veganism, said, "It definitely changed my whole life. It changed the pace I live at. It changed everything." Next up, we got the beast, Patrik Baboumian. Now, a lot of you guys may have seen him on Strength Wars and all over YouTube. He's got a great channel as well. This German strongman set the world beer keg lifting record and the 20-kilogram front hold record. But most impressively, he holds the world record for the most weight ever carried by a human at 1,234 pounds, which he set at age 37. Patrik said about going vegan, "I got heavier, I got stronger, I won the European Championship title in powerlifting, I broke 3 world records, so everything was going perfect. My blood pressure went down, and my recovery time was so much faster so I could train more." Next up, we've got Jermain Defoe, who's one of the top Premier League forwards. At age 34, he was looking for a way to prolong his career, and he hasn't missed a beat. He's credited his recent switch to a vegan diet as being partly behind his continued excellence at the top level at age 36. Nate and Nick Diaz are a pair of talented MMA fighters. Both fighters follow a mostly raw, vegan diet. Neither fighter was really ever at the top of the sport, but to my surprise as an MMA fan, Nick was able to beat Conor McGregor just last year at age 32. Scott Jurek is one of the most dominant ultramarathon runners in the world. He held the U.S. record for distance run in 24 hours, which was 165 miles from 2010 to 2012. He's been a vegan since 1997, and he's considered by many to be the greatest ultra runner of all time. Scott noted that since going vegan, in regards to competing and training, I noticed my recovery times had shortened, that I was less injury prone, and had a higher level of energy. Now, everyone knows Carl Lewis is one of the greatest Olympians of all time, but what a lot of people don't know is that in his prime, and of course now, he was a vegan. With 9 Olympic gold medals, he also set a world record for indoor long jump set in 1984 that still stands. Carl adopted a vegan diet to assist him in sports and continued it into his retirement. In regards to veganism, Carl stated, "I've found that a person does not need protein from meat to be a successful athlete. In fact, my best year of track competition was the first year I ate a vegan diet. Moreover, by continuing to eat a vegan diet, my weight is under control. I like the way I look." Next up is David Meyer, who is a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu competitor. His competition achievements include 2 World Championship gold medals, 4 American National Golds, an American Open Gold, and 2 Pan-American Golds, among many others. All of these were achieved as a vegan, and David's been a vegan since 2000. He once said, "I have experienced that it's an extremely healthy way to eat. It gives me more energy, it's better for the environment, I'm morally committed to not harming animals." Then we have the free-running ninja, Timothy Sheaf. He has won dozens of free-running competitions and holds a record on Ninja Warrior Stage 1 by finishing in just 62 seconds. That's 10 seconds faster than the previous record. Tim said, "To think that 5% more strength is worth the death and enslavement of hundreds is ego at its finest work, but I actually feel stronger and more efficient anyway." Tia Blanco is an American pro surfer, a dedicated vegan, and yogi. She won gold during the women's final of the 2015 ISA World Surfing Games. In regards to her diet, Tia said, "I feel really great eating a plant-based diet and love the way it makes me feel physically and mentally." Many of us know the effect of diet on one's health, but fail to realize that diet plays a huge role in more than just your personal well-being. I love animals too much to contribute to suffering. Next up is Lewis Hamilton, who's a 4-time Formula One world champion. Hamilton just recently won his 4th title after adopting a vegan diet earlier in the year. Hamilton said, "As the human race, what we are doing to the world, the pollution coming from the amount of cows that are being produced is incredible. The cruelty is horrible, and I don't want to support that." Murray Rose was an Australian swimmer who won 4 gold medals in the 1956 and 1960 Olympics. Murray was a lifelong vegan who set 15 world records in his sport, and he attributed much of his success to his vegan diet, which was an extremely unusual choice for the time. He was really the first great athlete to prove that a plant-based diet won't stop you from becoming a top-level athlete, and in fact will most likely make you even better. David Haye is a British boxer with world titles in 2 weight categories. Haye researched the benefits of a plant-based diet on healing rates and recovery time after a serious shoulder injury prompted surgery and meant he had to take a break from the ring. Haye says, "Apes are 20 times stronger than humans, and they don't rely on a meat-based diet. They eat plants all day long. It's a myth that you need to eat meat for strength. I think," says David Haye, "that I'm now fitter than I've ever been, I punch harder than ever, I'm more determined, and I'm faster." Last, but definitely not least, is Kendrick Farris, who's an American Olympic weightlifter, and the only American to compete in weightlifting at the 2016 Olympics. Farris went vegan in 2014, and says that we shouldn't get so caught up with protein, because you can get an excess of protein, and most of it just gets passed through your body. Now, my body recovers a lot faster. I feel lighter, my mind is a lot more clear, I feel I can focus a lot better. That focus helped him set a US record of a combined 377 kilograms at the Olympic trials in May, with a 209 kilogram clean and jerk and 168 kilogram snatch. So I hope this list really shows everyone out there that you can absolutely be at the top of your sport on a plant-based diet. Not only will you most likely be faster and stronger and better at your sport, but you can live with a clean conscience, knowing you're not contributing to the suffering of animals, you're helping the environment, and then as a bonus there, you're going to actually be better at your sport, live a longer and happier life, and overall you're just going to feel so much better. For all of my already converted vegans out there, my goal with this video is to give you guys a really solid argument for veganism. So when you're out there talking to people and they say, well, you couldn't possibly be strong or fast or whatever it may be on a vegan diet, you can have these people as examples, because a lot of people really don't know this stuff. Most people out there I find know a few of these small things. Maybe they know about the Williams sisters or a few of these athletes, but they don't know that there's strongmen. They don't know that there's weightlifters. They don't know a lot of these athletes out there that are completely defying all these stereotypes about vegans. So if you guys like this video, please hit the like button, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you at the next one.
Shut down.